Pretend you came with me, or this whole room will eat us alive." Serena Blake turned toward the stranger who had just taken the empty chair beside her. The Fairmont Copley Plaza ballroom glittered with crystal lights. Her best friend was the bride, lost in camera flashes. Serena sat alone, beautiful but uncomfortable. A guest whispered, "She came alone." Serena heard it and smiled like it did not hurt. The man beside her was tall, broad-shouldered, with short, dark hair. "They are staring at you," he said. "They are staring at me. One lie solves both problems. You always rescue women by starting fake relationships, only when the room deserves it." Then someone whispered his name. Roman Hale. Serena knew it. Roman Hale, 30, was the youngest CEO in Boston finance, surrounded by rumors. She should have walked away. Instead, she lifted her glass. "5 minutes," he smiled. 5 minutes is enough to start a disaster." That night, they became strangers pretending to be lovers. Roman introduced her as someone special. Serena smiled and let the room believe. When she stumbled, he caught her waist. At midnight, he walked her outside. "Serena Blake," he said, "investigative journalist." Her smile faded. "You researched me? I remember dangerous people." "Then remember this," Serena said. "I do not belong inside any man's story." "No," Roman said, "but you may have entered mine." 3 days later, Roman waited outside her newsroom. Serena stopped on the sidewalk. "No, my board thinks I look unstable because I have no public life. After the wedding, everyone believed you were with me. You want a fake girlfriend. I want someone smart enough to survive cameras." She should have refused. But that morning, her editor had shown her a file. Meridian Shell appeared in suspicious transfers. So did Hale Meridian Capital. Inside Roman's world, she could follow the money. She stepped into the car. "I walk away any time, and I end it if you become trouble. Then we are already doomed." Soon Boston believed the lie. Serena attended donor galas where powerful men lowered their voices. She heard one name again and again. Meridian Shell. Whenever Roman spoke, Serena listened. Whenever she drifted too far, he appeared beside her. "You vanish too often," Roman said. "A fake girlfriend needs hobbies. A real one would warn me. Good thing I am not real." But the words hurt more each time. Roman was not what she expected. He was cold in public, but he noticed when she forgot to eat and covered her mistakes before anyone laughed. One night, he took her to Boston Symphony Hall. No champagne, no reporters. Just music. "My mother brought me here," he said. "She died when I was 10. My father raised me to win." "That sounds lonely." It was efficient. Serena saw the boy behind the empire, then his phone rang. While he stepped outside, Serena checked her messages. New transfer approval. Possible Hale's signature. At the bottom was Roman's name. Bold, sharp, final. When Roman returned, he studied her face. "What changed?" Serena hid the phone. "Nothing," but the lie tasted wrong. 2 nights later, Roman took Serena to a private party above Boston Harbor. Music filled the glass room. People watched. On the balcony, winter wind moved through Serena's long hair. Roman looked at her as if the city vanished. "You make this feel real," he said. Serena whispered, "Then stop pretending." "I do not know how." Before she could answer, he kissed her. It was brief, then honest, too honest. Serena closed her eyes and forgot the file waiting on her laptop. When she went home, the truth returned. The document was still there. Roman's signature, Meridian Shell, suspicious transfers. Serena touched her lips and whispered, "What if the man I love is the man I have to destroy?" If you have listened to the story till now, Soul Stories Untold team, thank you from the heart. Just one request, subscribe to our channel for more dramatic and emotional content in the future from us. Let's start again. The next morning, her editor called her in. "Publish by Friday," he said, "or I give it to Grant." Grant was ruthless. He would destroy Roman before breakfast. The evidence was incomplete, but delay could cost her, so she made the worst decision for the right reason. "I will write it," she said, "but I write it my way." That evening, Roman came to her apartment. His face was colder than ever. "You investigated me?" Serena could not speak. "You stood beside me. You let me tell you about my mother. Was any of it real?" "At first," Serena said, "I needed access." The truth hit hard. "But then I fell for you." Roman laughed once. "You do not get to make betrayal romantic. There are documents with your signature. Then maybe you already decided who I am." "I am trying not to." Roman turned toward the door. I trusted you, Serena. That was my mistake. The door closed. The article went live on Friday. It did not call Roman guilty, but it named Meridian Shell and possible executive approval. By noon, the company's stock fell. By night, Roman vanished from public view. Near midnight, an anonymous email arrived. No subject, one sentence. Elliot Vance forged it. Elliot Vance was Roman's vice president and oldest friend. Serena opened the attachment. Contracts, transfer logs, signature overlays, hidden approvals. Roman had been framed, his signature had been copied, the money had moved through Elliot. "Oh God," Serena whispered. Roman was innocent. The next night, two men cornered her in the newsroom parking garage. "Mr. Vance wants the files," one said. "Tell him to come ask me himself." A black car roared down the ramp. Roman stepped out and said, "Leave." The men vanished. Serena rushed toward him. "I can prove you were framed." Roman's jaw tightened. "You do not get to save me after selling me." Then he walked away again. So Serena published the truth, the forged signature. She exposed Elliot Vance, showed the fake signature trail, and proved Roman had been used as a shield. For 3 hours, the city listened. Then Elliot came for her. A van stopped outside Serena's building. A cloth covered her mouth. The street lights vanished. When she woke, she was tied to a chair in an abandoned warehouse near the East Boston docks. Elliot stood before her in a clean navy suit. "You should have stayed heartbroken," he said. "Heartbroken women are easier to silence. You framed your best friend. I framed a powerful man. That is strategy." He placed a phone on the table. "Delete the files. Retract the article." "No. You would die for Roman Hale?" Serena's voice shook, but it did not break. "I would die before letting a coward decide what truth means." The warehouse doors burst open. Police stormed in. Roman came through first. For once he did not look cold, he looked terrified. Elliot grabbed Serena and pressed a knife near her throat. "Let her go," Roman said. Elliot laughed. "She ruined you?" Roman's eyes stayed on Serena. "No. I ruined myself when I stopped believing her." For 1 second, Elliot looked away. Roman lunged. Serena fell sideways. Police swarmed Elliot. A gunshot cracked through the warehouse. Pain burned across Serena's arm. Then Roman was beside her, holding her against his chest. "Stay with me," he said. "Serena, look at me." She forced her eyes open. "Do you believe me now?" Roman's voice broke. "Yes, I believe you. I am sorry. Please stay with me." In the hospital, Serena woke to white walls and Roman holding her hand. His suit was wrinkled. His eyes were red. He looked broken. "I lied to you," Serena whispered. "You saved me. I hurt you. I hurt myself by not trusting you." Tears slipped down her face. "I fell in love with you, Roman." "I fell first," he said. "I was just too proud to admit it." Serena smiled weakly. "That sounds exactly like you." Roman kissed her fingers. "No more pretending," he said. "Not for the board, not for the press, not for anyone." Days later, Roman stood before cameras outside Hale Meridian Capital. He cleared the company name. Elliot Vance was arrested. "Serena Blake was called a liar," he said, "but she was the only one who refused to let a lie win." Weeks later, Roman took Serena back to Boston Harbor. The water was dark. The lights trembled, no reporters, no performance. Roman took her hand. "The first night I asked you to pretend you were with me." Serena smiled softly. "And I should have said no." "Yes," Roman said, "but I am asking again. Not for pretend, for real." The wind moved through her long hair. Serena looked at the man who had been her secret, her mistake, her heartbreak, her danger, and finally her truth. "Yes," she whispered. And the lie that began inside a crowded wedding hall became the one truth neither of them ever wanted to escape.